when Randy Bachman teamed up with Domenic Troiano. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Canada. Keep in mind, if you want to hear the entire interview, there'll be links in the description of this video. Also, this whole interview is based on a book. Domenic Troiano, His Life and Music. Oh, the Axe album, speaking of Randy, that's why I brought it up.
Yep.
I bought that album way back when, and Randy was one of those guys too, who obviously a huge guitar collector, but a guy who just loves that instrument and loves people who play that instrument. Tell me about that experience. How did they hook up back then?
Frank?
Let me think. It was before Randy left the Guess Who. It was, I guess, was it after American Woman?
American Woman had been released, but the band, but Randy was still in the Guess Who at that point.
Right. Okay. Anyhow, RCA Records agreed to do a solo album. I mean, obviously, the Guess Who had huge pull, and Randy asked for a favor if he could do a solo album. So he went to the RCA studios in Chicago to do a solo album, just a quick album. I think it was only a couple of weeks. And he already had in mind what he was going to do. And he decided to call my brother. It was good timing because my brother's band Bush was just in the process of disintegrating and, blowing up. I guess it was 71, eh? Was it?
Yes.
70?
No, 1970.
Oh, 70. Yeah, 70. Yeah. So, no, I guess they weren't breaking up yet. Yeah. But anyhow, it was during pardon me, I'm wrong there. It wasn't during the breakup, but my brother was in Bush. Anyhow, what it did was it gave first of all, my brother was honored that Randy even, thought of him to play on the album, number one. But Randy had seen the Mandela. Randy had seen Bush in Winnipeg and the Mandela in Bush. The Mandela and Bush in Winnipeg, pardon me. And, he felt compelled, I guess, to have my brother play on 4 or 5 tracks. And the nice thing about it was my brother was basically broke. And it gave him an opportunity to work with Randy for, 4 or 5 days in Chicago, stay at a nice hotel, actually have some food to eat, good food, I mean. And then he flew, the money he made, of course, his number one priority was to go home to visit my mother and the rest of us, my father and my sister and I, but specifically more so, he was extremely close to my mother. And it gave him, he spent, I don't know what it was. I remember when he came home and he telling me about the recording, and I thought, well, that's neat. He's playing, because American Woman, of course, the band had notoriety at that time for sure, the Guess Who. And anyhow, he came home and it gave him that bit of extra money. Then he went back to LA and was in total poverty again. Anyhow.
The brand new book is by Mark Doble and Domenic Troiano's brother, Frank. Mark was actually a good friend of Dominic's. There'll be links in the description if you want to pick up the book. If you want to see the entire interview, there'll be links in the description as well. We'll have more from the pair in just a few days. Make sure you comment on our videos. Share our videos on social media. That's the biggest thing that helps us. Share, share, share. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Canada. Take care of yourself.